Have you ever been offered something that seems too good to be true? Like winning the lottery, an opportunity of a lifetime. If so, I want you to remember this story because it is a reminder about the value of freedom and why sometimes walking away from a lot of money is the smartest move you can make. This is the true story of a man who did just that. When Emmanuel Okoro was just 14 years old, he sold sachet water on the streets of Lagos, Nigeria. Life wasn't easy. Every day, he ran between honking cars under the scorching sun, dodging obstacles just to earn enough money to buy food for his younger siblings. His parents had split up and his father was barely involved in their lives. So Emmanuel took it upon himself to be the man of the house. But through it all, he held on to one dream. He promised himself that one day he would own a business that no one could take away from him. Fast forward a few years, and Emmanuel's hard work paid off. He managed to get himself through school, even though it meant using textbooks that were passed around from other students and wearing second-hand uniforms. Eventually, he graduated with a degree in economics. But instead of landing a job, he faced rejection after rejection. For 2 years, Emmanuel couldn't find a job. So he took whatever work he could get, including a position as a cleaner at a bank where he had once dreamed of working as a manager. But Emmanuel was not bitter. In fact, he was determined. Even when no one believed in him, he believed in himself. Every day, while working as a cleaner, he watched how businesses were run, how money flowed, and how mistakes were made. He took mental notes, quietly building his dream in the shadows. Finally, he saved enough money to start a small logistics company. He bought one used motorcycle and started doing deliveries on the side. At first, people laughed at him. They thought it was crazy to start a company with just one bike. But Emmanuel didn't care. He knew that with hard work and dedication, he could make it big. And he was right. Over the next few years, his company grew rapidly. Soon, he had dozens of bikes and a small warehouse to store his packages. The company became known as the go-to delivery service in Nigeria for speed and reliability. Word of Emmanuel's success reached investors, and soon they were knocking on his door. One day, these investors offered Emmanuel a deal that seemed too good to be true. They wanted to invest millions of dollars into his company, enough money to make him a rich man overnight. But there was a catch. They wanted him to give up controlling power. Basically, they wanted to buy his company and for Emmanuel to become just another employee. Emmanuel had to make a choice, walk away from the deal and continue running his company the way he wanted or sell out and cash in on millions of dollars. It was the biggest decision of his life. Emmanuel turned 40. He looked back at everything he had achieved and thought about the long road ahead. He realized that no amount of money was worth sacrificing his freedom for. So he politely turned down the offer and the investors left empty-handed. Instead of selling his company, Emmanuel redoubled his efforts. He reinvested his profits, expanded his operations across West Africa, and continued to grow his delivery network. Today, Emmanuel is not just the founder and CEO of one of Africa's most successful companies, but also a symbol of courage. His story shows us that true wealth is not just about making money, but also about having the freedom to make your own decisions. I hope this story has inspired you, and if it has, please hit the like button and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Your support motivates me to keep bringing you more stories like this. Thank you for watching. Until next time.